Hello, today I'm going to show you how to use your high school classroom within Educate the Congo website. Our website address is located up here in the upper left-hand corner. In order to get to the high school site, you will click on where it says high school down here. Before we get there, though, I want to show you how to translate this website into the French language. You have two different options here. You can go back and forth from English to French. When you click on the French button, you'll see that all the information is translated into the French language. So hopefully that'll help you with your translations a little easier. Now, when you click on the high school link, you'll see it takes you to the main page. And on this page, we have the math, science, language arts, technology, economics, and health and wellness. I would have to switch this back to English in order to be able to read this one here. But most of the classrooms are set up exactly the same way. So all you have to do is click on, let's say, math, for example. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go up to where it says classwork up here in the left-hand corner, and then you will see that all the information here is available for your different algebra courses. You have it in English and French. You have IXL, math practice, which I'll show you just a little bit. For algebra, you've got geometry, trigonometry, calculus. So all your basic math courses are located in here. So starting with algebra up at the top, we have what is called the Khan Academy website. And if for some reason the link doesn't show up right away, you can just hit view instructions and then you'll see it pop up. So you just click on that link and it'll take you to the Khan Academy website. This website is in French, so it'll make it easier for your students to understand a little bit better. You'll see that it starts with chapter 1. I did load each chapter in separately, so you can go chapter by chapter. This website is really a good resource. You can log in for a free account. You'll see that I'm logged in up here. So you can create that free account. That way, every time you log back in, it'll save your progress and pick up where you left off. So if for some reason you need this in a different language, you can always use what is called Google Translate. Google Translate is an extension that you can add to your web browser by going up to this puzzle piece in the upper right-hand corner. You'll see the Google extension logo here, and you can add that to your web browser. Then in order to translate it into a different language, you just come down to Translate, and then you can switch to any other language you want. I'm going to switch it over to English and hit translate, and then you'll see all the words change to the English language. So it's a good way to switch from language to language. Over here on the left-hand side, as we come down to the first section in this chapter, you'll see there's a number of different activities that you can do with the students. And some of them are going to be videos. You just click on the link and it'll take you either to the activity or the video. You can tell which it is by looking at the icon over here on the left-hand corner. So we'll go ahead and click at this one. And you can see that there is a lesson right here on integers. You can do a problem where they ask you to do the problem and then you can check the answer. If you want to give an explanation, you just click here and they'll give you the explanation. And so then when you're finished, you'll go down here to the bottom right-hand corner where it says next exercise, and then it'll take you to your next problem set. Okay. So the next one is going to be a video. And so you just click on here and then it'll take you to the video to watch. Once you're finished with that video, you can just click this button down here and it'll take you to the next page. So it's a fairly easy website to use. I think you'll find it very helpful. Let's go ahead and look at what we have next. So it's broken down into each chapter, and all chapters have quizzes as well as exams, so you can issue those to your kids as well. Then we also have the English version of the materials, and one of them happens to be an interactive textbook. This is through CK12. It is another free resource. You can log in just like I have here, and then it'll keep track of your progress as well. And so you can come down here to where it tells you what different chapters are within the textbook. You click on the chapter you're working on and it breaks it down into different sections. You click on the section you're working on and it takes you to the individual work. So you might have to click out of some of these things to make it full screen. When you scroll down, you'll see there is a full lesson for the individual topic. Then they give you an activity to do. And then they'll give you some practice problems that you can do, which are down here on the bottom right-hand corner. So once you have finished your lesson, you can go into the view practice and say, I'm ready to practice. And then it'll pop up the individual problem sets for you to do with your students. And so you can project these on their screen, on your screen, and then they can answer them on their own sheet of paper, or you can do them together as a class, whichever it is that you choose. And then you can check your answer down here by clicking that button once you have answered the question. So that is your interactive textbook. Then we go down here and we're into the Khan Academy English version of algebra. And you'll see it's set up exactly the same way. It's just that it is in the English language instead of the French language. So you have your videos here and you have your different activities over here on the right-hand side. Some of the activities will be down here. It just depends. You look at the same thing. You look at the little logo here and it'll tell you if it's a video or if it's an activity. And then here's your practice. And so again, it'll keep track of your progress if you're logged into the course. And you can translate this into French if for some reason a course is not available in French. You would just use that Google Translate to translate your work into the French language. And it's done exactly the same way. Google Translate might seem kind of overwhelming at first, but it does get very quick and easy to use after you've practiced with it a bit. And once you've used it for a little while on a website, it will automatically give you a French and English option up here in the right-hand corner, so you can actually go back and forth between the two languages pretty easily. Okay, so let's go ahead and move down. We have what is called IXL Math Practice. IXL is a program that we subscribe to, so you will have to get that login information from your administrator so that you can log in and use the account, but you can see it's pretty easy to log into once you go ahead and do that. So this, once you've gone through the lesson, you've watched the videos, this is practice that you can do with your classes, problem sets that you can do together. And again, you can translate this using the same exact process. You just go to that translate button, and now you can see that we've used it a few times, and so it automatically knows I want to use English and French, and so you can go back and forth between the two languages. Now, the only difference is that it will give you sound. It'll read the question to you, but since this is an English class, then it's going to read it in English. It's going to say it in English, but you can read it in French. So that's one way to make it kind of a bilingual course for you. So I'm going to go ahead and switch this back. You can see up here at the top, they have examples on how to do the problems, and then they also have videos on how to do the problems. But again, those videos are going to be in English. So you will get practice in both English and French using this website. So this is the IXL math practice, and you have all your problem sets loaded here. There's some really good information that, and videos available, as well as some math games, but typically the math games are for the lower grades. Then if we come down further, we have geometry in French. You have the geometry IXL problem sets, which are very similar to what I just showed you. Here's the list of all the different problem sets. If it's in a list form like this, all you have to do is find the topic you're working on and click on the individual lesson, and then that'll pop up the activity for you. And sometimes you'll notice up here, so they have right here the skills, they have the lessons, and they have the videos. So you can interchange between the three different options up here in the right-hand corner. So that is your IXL for geometry. Over here, we have the Khan Academy geometry course. Again, it didn't show up right away, so you just hit view instructions, and then you can pop right into that class. And you'll see it set up the same way. You have all your different chapters over here on the left-hand side. You have your progress bar up here, which will fill in as you go through your materials as long as you're logged in. And then you have your activities, you have your videos. You just click over here to work on the activities or quizzes. They do have those quizzes and the exams in each one of these sections. So for example, when you get to the end of, let's see, right here, at the end of the chapter, they give you a test. So you can issue that test to your students. I don't believe you can print it out, but you can put it up on the screen and have the kids work through the problems on their own sheet of paper. So that is geometry, and the geometry English version is set up the same way as the French version. Sorry, it keeps taking me back here. So you'll see all the chapters are here. Once you get to the end, if you hit view more, it'll pull up the rest of the chapters for you. They just don't all fit. So you have geometry English. For this one, the English versions always have that interactive textbook. They're always through that same website, which is CK12. It works exactly the same way, no matter which subject area you choose. So here are all of your chapters. You just click on the chapter and then you pick whatever section it is that you're working on. And if you're logged in, it will keep track of your progress. And you'll see that there's a full lesson here, so you don't have to make PowerPoints or anything. You can just project this on your screen. You can work through the problems together and things like that. You have your practice problems over here on the right-hand side, so you can click on that button and it'll take you to the practice. And then scrolling down, we also have trigonometry. We have trigonometry in English. You have your online textbook, as well as your different resources through Khan Academy. And so you also have your textbook here for calculus. So if you need a textbook, that is available through CK12. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to show you is that in the college version, you also have different options of live online courses through Coursera. Coursera is a little bit different than Khan Academy in that you do have to enroll in the course. They do typically give you about 30 days to take the course for free. So if you're going to choose this option to use it as a teaching platform, you'll have to log in. You can create a free account, and then you'll enroll. And they could give you, they give you 40 hours to complete the course, 3 weeks to do it. And so you could do that course for free and teach it for a month. the edX courses, which are down here. edX is just a little bit different. Again, you have about 30 days to do these courses. This one gives you about 5 weeks. It is free. Again, you'll have to enroll in the course, and you can register for free up here in the right-hand corner. So also a very simple program to use. They do give you videos and activities and things like that. But again, you're limited in the amount of time that you can use the course. So just make sure that you, when you enroll, you plan on teaching it right away. Use as much time as possible during the day to teach that course. And then once you finish the course, you can go ahead and enroll in another course. All right, enjoy teaching math.